What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Daniel Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of We Are Jersey ENT, We Are Jersey Magazine, and We Are Jersey Diamonds. And I have with me Tanasia, aka Kia, in the building.
It's me.
We got it, yo. Jersey, we got her. One of the biggest creatives out right now, man. She does a lot: dancing, photography, videography, graphic designing. I mean, she does a lot. Producing. She does a lot. She does a lot. And we're going to get to know her on every level. Not just the dancing aspect, but every level. So, it's Kia. Now I'm going to call her Kia now because it's going to take me a second to get this government together. But Kia, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Yes,
We Are
thank you
Jersey
for having
Magazine.
me.
Thank you for
I'm
coming.
excited.
She said she was only like 20 minutes away, so it worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
One time.
Always. So, let's dive right into it, right? Overall creative, right? When did you start with this passion of just wanting to get into entertainment in general? Like when it came to just like, you know what, I'm just going to be this all well-rounded person that just does everything, and whatever pops off, it's just, I'm just going to start going. So she already got the story for me. Let's get it.
Alright, so I come from a very heavy Caribbean background.
Okay.
So my dad's Guyanese, my mom's Jamaican.
Okay, that's very heavy.
Bullet. So I come from a very heavy Caribbean background, so entertainment is kind of like natural, like in the bloodstream.
Right.
Like the first thing you have to do, it's just pure entertainment. Period. You see the movies, you see you see everything.
Okay.
Like it's just pure entertainment. And the dancing part came along again, like it's just natural. And the first move you learn in a Caribbean family is whining. So
Right.
you gotta whine for everything. Like whine for food, whine for if you want this so bad, whine for it's just a whole bunch of whining. So once you keep whining, it just all just build up into me. I don't know about everybody else, but it built up a love for a strong love for dance and just music in general because I come from a very heavy music background. Quick brag: my grandfather had 3 record stores.
Okay.
My dad's a reggae cultural artist. And my uncle Starboy 3, I don't know if you guys, she wanted tonight. She not with me tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my uncle too. And the musicality and like dancing is heavy within my background. So as I got older, I started taking dance serious at the age of 10, and then from there I just never stopped. Right. And the love for entertainment, I started getting inspired by Beyonce, Chris Brown, of course Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Tiana Taylor. And the creative direction aspect came about when I started studying Spike Lee a lot.
Right.
So I just had a love for just how authentic he still kept his movies, his creations. And those same artists as I named was just as authentic. So the entertainment just started building more. I just got a major love for it, so I just never wanted to stop. And people like laughing at me. I find myself pretty funny. So.
Oh, she's absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. Now, what I want to know is from that creative aspect and the enjoyment of being and everything, what is it like being like in front of the camera all the time? Like, what is the level of confidence, even for the people that really want to be up and coming and try to get into the lane that you're into? Like, what is the confidence level you have to have behind being in front of the camera all the time? Like, do you ever get like camera shy? You're just like, all right, not today. Like, cause you're definitely doing a lot right now. So I know that's like a lot of involvement of like, showing face and everything. So how is that like on a consistent basis?
Being in front of the camera is nerve-wracking. I'm nervous right now as I'm talking to y'all. But no, nobody knows it, but I'm already a shy person. You would never know that though.
At all, yeah.
You wouldn't know that because with all this practice, you better learn how to just hide the shyness and gain your confidence. So I have confidence, but sometimes I don't like being the center of attention, so I kind of like back away. But being in front of the camera, you start to, the more you practice being in front of it, the more you'll develop the confidence. Like, when the camera come out, everybody starts to run, of course, because you don't want everybody seeing what's going on, what you're doing. Because bad enough you're already shy to showcase from the people, so when you finally do it, don't whip no cameras out in front. Right. But the more you practice in front of it, you'll start to get more confidence and just now caring about how you look, just criticizing yourself, not criticizing, but more critiquing yourself on what you're doing and stuff like that. So if you're in front of a camera and you get nervous, try to do it more on your own. And then when it happens in public, you wouldn't be afraid of it anymore. Absolutely. Because now you're just in your moment. Now you'll start to care about what the feeling is in the moment more than how you look on camera. Absolutely. So once I gave that, it was like, yeah. So you know how to beat the nervousness out of it. And the more you keep going in front of the camera, the more you start getting comfortable and not care about what's on camera. No, absolutely. That's dope. Now, from the dancing aspect, when did you fall in love? Because now you have the Caribbean background, and now you're doing Jersey Club. So that's very 2 different lanes. Now, mine is like the Caribbean Jersey Club that they have out now, too. But when did you now fall in love with the Jersey Club aspect, with the sound and everything? With that, with Jersey dancing in general. My cousins used to have parties in the basement. Right. I was too young to go downstairs. Right. like 2003, 4, they used to have these parties in the basement on Chestnut. I used to live on Chestnut in East Orange. And I used to just hear, you know how like in the CDs they got the DJ talking and all that?
Yeah.
So I used to think it's a whole DJ downstairs when it's just a whole CD popped in. But I used to hear so much club coming from downstairs. And I never really understood it because I'm like, this is just the music.
Yeah.
So when I started, when I got older and I started doing talent shows with my cousins, like, I love club. And they used to make up the dance moves, so I'm like, I'm killing this shit. Like, I love Jersey Club.
Yeah.
Then I went to Cicely Tyson. Then when the school parties started coming around, it was like, nah, like, I know I could kill this shit.
Right.
And everybody in the hallways, every song that dropped, we'll be in the hallways just sexy walking, or getting Running Man going, or doing something Jersey-wise. So from there, I just fell in love with it. It just happened. Like, I just love music.
Yeah.
So whatever made me feel good and made me feel like I want to dance, I'm going to fall in love with it regardless.
Absolutely. And you actually have your own classes.
Yes,
so when are your classes?
Every Friday at Dance Warrior in West Orange on Mount Pleasant Avenue. Yep. Come on, pop up.
So make sure you pop out. Now, what is one thing? Obviously, we've seen the classes, what they look like and everything from afar. So now, what is the energy levels like in your class that you've noticed when it comes to now falling in love with something that you love? Like from your students and everything.
They come in very shy first. Like, it's really just mellow at first because they don't know what to expect. Because you see me doing it on social media, so you thinking this class is intense. Like, it's really not all that intense yet. It depends on how I'm feeling. But they come in as real mellow, and then within that, I get them warmed up, of course, just to follow what I do. It's called a 4 count. So I do a 4 count, and you just repeat after me the same thing. The 4 count changes, so of course, in the midst of that, I don't tell you what's going on. I tell you what I'm doing, and then in the midst of it, you have to just figure out the levels of the 4 count. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it all depends on the song and everything. And then after that, I'll just explain what Jersey Club is to them, and they get the understanding of how it's different levels within Jersey Club. It's not a dance style, it's more of a feeling. So just know that in this class, I'm giving you choreography, but just know that I don't care about what you look like, because it's all about your individuality. Like, if you look like that, that's what you look like, and that's your swag. That's what you look like. So I don't want them to fall in the habit of, we have to look like Kia, we have to look like Miss T, or whatever they want to call me. But I don't want to get in the habit of looking like, I don't want them to get in the habit of looking like me, because I learned that doing taking my own dance classes, like with hip hop classes and everything. I can't look like the choreographer, because that's what they do. They built that type of swag in themselves. I have to build that same way for me. So Jersey Club, nobody looks the same. Nobody looks the same. Everybody rock their hips different. We might do it the same, but we don't look the same. So I just make sure they all understand that the way you feel is important. It's not about how you look. Yeah. So if that makes you feel, then do that. Right. Just make sure you do what I do.
Right.
But you can look any way you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe. Like, I just want them to just get all the information they can and just fall into it when the music come on. And just know it's all a bounce. Just bounce to it and just feel it. So.
And now this entire dance vibe and all these major skills that you have and you've enhanced and you've taken classes for actually got you landed in Cookie Kawai's videos.
Yes.
Big shout out to her.
Shout out to Cookie Kawai.
You already know. Now, just tell me about that whole experience. Like, how did it come up? Like, did you get a call? Like, have you guys known each other for a while? Like, just tell me about that whole experience with just being on set and everything.
Me and Cookie is homegirl. She knew me since I was young. She was also young, so we really saw each other grow up for a very long time. And we also was in a group together. She was the manager of my dance group, her dance group too, Jersey's Finest. Shout out to everybody that was in the group as well. We was in an all-female dance group, so we all literally saw each other grow up for a very long time. You know, we girls, so it's mad stuff going on. Right. But me and Cookie always stayed in contact, and that's just my homegirl, like, just in general. Like, outside of the dancing, we've always built a friendship, so we became really, really close. When she got that opportunity with Vibe, she always said, like, once I'm on, my homies is on. My niggas is on. So she always said, once I'm on, my homies is on, you feel me? So when she got on and she had the opportunity to go to LA to shoot the video, I didn't even really know Tiger was there. So it was a surprise for all of us, you feel me? But when she told me that, it was like, yo, we going to LA, I need you to choreograph Bob, you're the main choreographer. I said, what? Got on the plane. Shout out to Ahmad, Quee, Justin, and Ladia, the dancers who was also in the video, and TJ Pie. But the experience was amazing. First of all, California is amazing. Sadly, we did it during COVID, so we couldn't really experience California, you know what I mean? But the work ethic was amazing. The camera crew, everybody was amazing. I had to make up routines like within 10 seconds, which was amazing to me. So I looked at myself like, damn, like you
couldn't even tell.
Nice, like you right.
Right.
But I had to make a routine within 10 to 20 seconds. It was like, let's go, we're rolling. So we couldn't really like waste no time, which was great. And it gave us the experience of like, if this wasn't Cookie's video, this is how LA roll when it comes to production and everything. You have to be on time. So, but it was great. She looked beautiful. We all looked beautiful. It was hot as a motherfucker, but we looked great. It was awesome. Like, the makeup crew was amazing. Everything was just like, we felt so important. It was amazing.
Right. And coming from Jersey and going to LA and making that kind of an impact, that was big for Jersey. So big shout out to you on that. Now, how did you keep your composure on set the whole time? Like, some people get real starstruck when it comes to events like that. What would you say for upcoming dancers and talent and creators in general when they are on scenes like that, like how they should be composing themselves?
Take your starstruck feeling and just incorporate it in the movement. You know what I'm saying? Because if the celebrity is there looking for people, they're looking for y'all individually. They're not looking at everybody as a whole. Yeah. It never works out like that. If it do, then kudos. But it don't really work out like that. So whatever you're feeling, all that excitement, just put it into the dancing, and it'll all work out like that. And if they don't pick you, at least you did what you had to do. Like, look at the bright side of everything. Like, intrinsic motivation is my biggest thing, because I like to do things and feel good at the fact that I did it. I don't really look for a prize after it. So also just develop, that's my advice, like develop that, because you'll care more about if you did well, you'll feel good when you accomplish something more than trying to get the celebrity to grab to you when it's really not, like, you know what I'm saying? Once you just stay within yourself and you're humble, like all the blessings will come to you. Like, you're going to receive all those blessings that's going to come. Like, you're going to receive all of that. So if you're in that moment and the celebrity's in your face, just apply all of that energy that you have and all that nervousness out there on the floor when it's necessary, because they're going to pick you. So have faith that they're going to pick you.
Definitely. And you heard it from Kia right here. She already told you what to do, so make sure you follow that.
I said that.
Now, let's move aside real quick from the dancing real quick. So you're also a graphic artist. You actually design. So tell me about this creativity level of the designing and the drawing and everything. Like, what do you do?
You're making me blush. This is so amazing. So I've been drawing all my life. My daddy's taught me how to draw. He taught me how to draw a Rasta man, because he's a Rastafarian. So
right.
He taught me how to draw.
It's only right to do it first, right?
Right. So he taught me how to draw first when I was 5, and I never stopped then. I started developing my love for graphic design in high school, because my friends asked me to do a flyer for them. I'm not doing a damn flyer. Right. But I finally did it, and it worked out really well. Even before then, like with MySpace and all that, my cousins and them knew how to like create their profiles and make it look all dope. Yeah. So I'm like, how you hide the music and the music playing on your page when they come on your page? Like, so I would try to figure out a lot of like graphic design like codes, like how do I get in there? And then as everything started developing, Facebook started getting better. Everybody started using Picnic and making like these flashes come out their eyeballs. It was weird. I'm like, how you do that? Like, I just want to know how you do that. So once I started researching, downloading mad softwares, Photoscape was the first one. I was hacking for I was looking for Photoshop for like years. I was hacking the hell out of everything to get Photoshop. When I finally got it, you just couldn't stop me from there. I was doing everything. I taught myself everything that I know. And I went to school for it, of course, in Pennsylvania, Seton Hill University. And I'm glad that I went to school for it, because I didn't want to. But I'm glad I did, because I get to learn the professional part of it. And how simple the industry is not like how I would do a lot of graffiti and everything like that, because I'm still stuck in my ways, because I come from, you come from like Jersey. It's an authentic place, so everything is graffiti and very colorful.
Very sweet.
But
street life,
street life. So when you go to school for it, they teach you like how you got Chanel. It's just 2 CDs. That shit's gonna sell, and that shit's amazing to me. Right. Because how we get there. So imagine how many designs was made for them to get 2 C's just like that, and that was like one of the biggest logos in the industry. Exactly. So once I gained that love, like it was over from there, and I started just getting more faith in myself and like trying to find my purpose within each thing that I know how to do. And of course, you have to choose a career, like what's gonna make you live your life for the rest of your life. And graphic design is definitely A for me, because I have a big love for it. And one thing about me is I get inspired every time. I'm not really one-based person. So once I kept gaining love for it, I fell more into photography, into videography. And yeah, that was about it.
And she said it. She does photography too. So you do just about everything.
Yes.
So so it's not just the dancing aspect. We're talking about photography. We're talking about graphic design, and we're talking about video too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, we're gonna talk about this producing that you're doing now. Cause did y'all know that she was a producer too? She out here making moves, y'all, blending it up. So talk to me about it. So obviously, like you said, the culture, the background, it's a full love for music in general. It's an escape. It's a wellness, everything. Now, tell me about this producing now. Because not only are you dancing to the Jersey Club music, but now you're producing it. So talk to me about that.
I'm not a producer. I just take other people's songs and blend them and make them sound like new songs.
Producer, right.
But there's a story behind everything that I do. I was DJing since I was 15. I used to murder virtual DJ. I used to murder that shit. So to this day, I'm still murdering it because that's what I use now. But I stopped for a while because, you know, as a kid, I was still a kid. So, you know, when your dream get crushed, you don't want to do it no more. Right. I was supposed to get a turntable. My aunt didn't give me a turntable. So I'm like, I don't want to do it no more. Right. So my mentor, shout out to Jarrell Sharif, a.k.a. Butter. He's a DJ, dancer, everything. He told me, what's the point of you stopping? Like, you're not old. Like, you can keep going. Right. And I'm like, okay, cool. One night we went to his house and he had me on the set. It was over from there. Like, I gained my love back for it. And then I used to listen to my old mixes because my DJ name used to be DJ 2-Fly. Right? It used to be DJ 2-Fly. Okay. So, and I had my own drop. It was trash. Please don't bring me back there. But everything was trash. So, when I gained the love for it again, I re-downloaded Virtual DJ like 2 days after I was linking with him, and then I just didn't stop since. And I'm like, let me see if I could blend club like how everybody blending club now, because nobody really making club music really no more. It's more everybody just blending. Right. So I'm like, let me see if I can do what everybody's doing. Of course, I failed a couple times because it's been a while, so I'm a little rusty. But the more I just kept practicing, I'm like, yo, I could do this shit. Right. And my brother Drama, his name Brian, but we call him Drama. He's also a producer, and he was like, yo, clean this up. So when I go back and get the critiques, it just keeps me back in my lab. Like, I need to go back and do this. So that's another inspiration behind all this too. So
definitely. I love it. The fact that you're actually able to take every aspect of your life and there's a story behind it, and then you just creatively just went for everything. That's amazing. That's very inspiring.
Thank you.
So now, what else do we got going on for 2021? Okay. You know,
I got an EP coming out. I don't know what day. Okay. Oh, a lot of people don't know I write poetry too. Right. And I'm just nervous for my poetry. It's very secret. It's very sacred. And I also want to record an EP with my poetry as well. But right now, that's in the works. I want to drop my EP, Auntie Kia's Cookout, because everybody call me Auntie Kia in the Jersey Club world. Right. Because I'm like the mom. Like, don't do that. Y'all really cheating. Like, I'm just that person. So, Auntie Kia's Cookout EP is coming out soon. Right now, I'm brainstorming on my music. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me as well. On my SoundCloud right now, the Rottweiler Crank That is going crazy right now, which is crazy. Definitely. But yeah, just that. I'm also choreographing for a singer named Royal. Me and my best friend Shay, Shake 'em Shay, shout out to her. We choreographing for that. That's about it. And just doing my graphic design work, waiting for school to start so I can graduate. And that's about it.
That's it. I love it. You heard it here first, man. We are Jersey Magazine. Kia in the building, man. Tell me how they can book you, follow you, everything. Big shout out. Let's get it.
Book me on KIA_BHN. That's Kia_BHN. Be humble, hustle, never stop. If anybody asks what BHN means. Also, if you need logos, flyers, invitations, cartoons, or whatever, anything artistry-wise, hit me up at TD Graphics. That's TDGRPHXX. TD Graphics.
You heard it here first, man. We are Jersey Magazine. Kia.